and welcome to the Stepping Into Your Calling podcast. It is time to ask yourself the questions you've been avoiding. Am I good enough? Why do I feel so sad? Am I doing everything I can do? Do they hate me? Is there something better for me out there? Whether you're a single woman trying to live a more joyful life, a married woman struggling in your relationship, or a mother trying to be the best parent you can be, this is the podcast for you. The Stepping Into Your Calling podcast is a live workshop style health and fitness podcast packed with actionable steps that will help you live a more fulfilling life. Host Sol Lagunas brings her knowledge as a registered nurse, mother of 3 children, wife, student, and faith-based leader to inspire you to step into your calling without fear. So welcome back to the Stepping Into Your Calling podcast. My name is Marisol and I'm your host. I want to talk today about 75 Hard. If you don't know what 75 Hard is, it is a mindset, discipline, fitness, and wellness challenge that is really going to test your ability to stick to a plan that will help you feel and look totally different at the end of it all. So 75 Hard gets its name from the challenge being 75 days long. And there's 5 rules to the 75 Hard challenge. The first rule is to take a selfie every single day. The second one is to drink 1 gallon of water every single day. The third one is to read 10 pages of a self-improvement or entrepreneurial book every single day. The fourth one is to follow a diet plan that excludes alcohol and cheat meals every single day. And the last but not least is number 5, which is 2 45-minute workouts, one of them being outdoors. So I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, this is ridiculous. This challenge is not for me. This is not going to work. I can't do number 1, 2, 3, or the 4, 5 rule in this challenge, and I'm going to fail. And the reason why I know that you're thinking that is because I thought about that too. But in doing this challenge, I wanted to eliminate every problem or every excuse that I had going into the challenge and find solutions for it. So that's my number 1 strategy, and that is my advice to you, is to write down all the excuses that you have going into this challenge and find solutions for it. And if you cannot find a solution for the excuses, completely eliminate them. So I'll give you an example. For me, the biggest problem was, or the biggest excuse or reason to fail this 75 Hard challenge is because my kids are still in school. And the reason I say that is because after I get out of work and I work night shift, I drive home to take my kids to school, and then I have to pick them up at the end of the day. Well, since I felt like that was a reason or an excuse for me to not work out and not complete the 75 Hard challenge, I decided to start the challenge once my kids were out of school. So that is why we're starting June 12th and we're running all the way to August 25th, because those are the dates that my kids are going to be completely out of school and I don't have that excuse or reason of getting out of work because I have to go get my kids. Now it's going to be, okay, my shift is over. I'm driving to the gym to get my first 45-minute workout done. For me, the drinking water, the following a diet plan, the reading, the selfie, those are all doable rules. And I probably do it on a regular basis anyway. I just haven't tracked myself. But the hardest rule for me for sure was the workout plan. So that is why I eliminated or found a solution, because now since the kids are out of school, I don't have that excuse. And another one was, how am I supposed to follow a diet plan? I love to go through the drive up sometimes to pick up a quick breakfast or a quick dinner and eat that. But what I did instead is, knowing that I love convenience, or knowing that I like something fast and quick, I decided that I was going to buy some meal prepping containers and just meal prep my food at the beginning of the week so that I had something healthy to eat throughout the week. So yes, I got these containers on Amazon. I also got a water bottle that is a half a gallon. So instead of filling out a glass of water throughout the day multiple times, now I know as long as I drink 2 of these half gallon water bottles, I have completed my goal. So that's another way. Another excuse that I had is like, oh my God, what a burden to keep refilling my water bottle. So what I went to do is I went out and I bought a half a gallon water bottle. And there are 1 gallon water bottles available. So if that's something that you're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to drink all that water, then go out and buy yourself a 1 gallon water bottle. That way you know that you fill it up at the beginning of the day, and by the night time, if you have finished it, you have completed your goal for the day. So that's one strategy that I advise for you to do, is write down all your excuses, write down all your fears, write down all the buts and ifs that you have around the 75 Hard Challenge, and find solutions or completely eliminate the problem. The second strategy that I have is, what is your vision behind doing the 75 Hard Challenge? What is the motivation that's going to keep you to continue doing all 5 rules throughout the day for 75 days? Personally for me, which could be different for anyone else, is my goal is just to really develop or continue to add on to the mindset that I have of anything that I want, anything that I need, I can obtain if I just put my mind to it. So that is to me a huge mindset challenge, and I want to prove to myself that I do have a strong mindset, because that's what I've been working on for the last 3 years. I've been working on my mindset to try to find solutions to the problems, to get rid of my excuses, to stop fearing the unknown. And by doing that, it's just for me to add on to my bucket of list that I have of the things that I have been able to accomplish despite all the fears and all the doubts that I've had. So that is my biggest mission and vision for this challenge, or going into this challenge. Another way to think about it is, and this is a bonus strategy, I would say, is just like, who is that person at the end of the 75 days? Who does she what does she look like, right? Because on top of being a discipline and mindset challenge, this is going to completely transform your body. You're going to look and feel differently. So what does that person at the end of the 75th day look like? How does her selfie look? Is she smiling? Is she 10 pounds lighter? Is she building up on her muscle tone? Who is that person? And honestly, that gives me the biggest motivation. I am so curious to see how I look at the end of the 75-day challenge. I'm excited to do this. We have created options for you, whether you want to do the 75 hard challenge, or if you want to do the 75-day, if you want to do the 75 soft challenge, which would require you, or not require you, but it will allow you to pick out of the 5 rules that I've mentioned earlier, to pick 2 or 3 and follow through with them throughout the 75 days. Days. It's also meant for you to have fun, and honestly, just for you to be a little bit more disciplined. I mean, I know that we cannot possibly always be healthy, but at least this challenge can motivate you to stick to some type of diet plan. And drinking water alone is going to transform your body. Water is life. Water helps with elasticity. It helps with your skin to help hydrate yourself. I mean, water is just amazing, and it helps with recovery time as well. So if you're already working out, then drinking 1 gallon of water is going to really help to build those muscles and build that muscle tone and get rid of that fat. So anyway, this is my take on the 75 hard challenge. The strategies that I mentioned are: 1, to find solutions to the problems, to write down all your excuses, your fears, and your doubts, and either eliminate them or resolve them. The second one is the vision. What is your goal going into this 75 hard challenge? What are you trying to obtain? For me, it's just a mindset goal. I want to continue to build up on my strength and really be able to tell anyone that I walk around or walk by that I do have a strong mindset, because I was able to complete the 75 hard challenge, which is a huge mindset and discipline challenge. And then the bonus strategy is: who is that person at the end of the 75 days? What does she look like? How does she smile? How does she behave? And honestly, like, reading from self-improvement or entrepreneurial books is really going to help you to build up on your mindset, to change your outlook on everything that is going on around you. I do have some favorite books. I'm probably almost like 99% gonna reread Atomic Habits, because I just feel like I need a refresher. I read Atomic Habits back in 2021, and honestly, I finished that book like in less than a week because it was so good. So I recommend you starting with Atomic Habits. Compound Effect is another great book that is really gonna help build up on your self-development and your mindset. It always starts with something small, and small habits lead to a huge compound effect. And then the third book that I'm looking into reading is Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. So if you're familiar with her, she is a huge inspiration in the entrepreneurial side. She's a woman, she has her own business, a thriving business, and I just love everything about Marie Forleo. So I recommend Everything is Figureoutable by, I don't know why that sounds like a tongue twister, but it is Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. And I do have a few other books that I am going to add just in case the ones that I already mentioned run out before the 75 days are up. And I've also created a 75-day tracking log or form, picture, photo, screenshot, whatever you want to call it. It is meant for you to keep track of the 75 days, and it has the rules listed on there so that you're able to remind yourself of the things that you have to do throughout the day. And if you're not a screenshot person or tracking person, I recommend you doing post-it notes. I saw that on TikTok the other day. And you lay out like 75 post-it notes, and as you're going through the days, you start taking them off and throwing them in the garbage. I mean, if that's not motivation for you to see that you've gone through 1, 5, 10, 15, 20 days consistently of doing the 5 rules, then I really don't know what it is. But like I said, I hope that you are encouraged to follow with me through this challenge. I invite you to join this Facebook community group. I invite you, I will be leaving the Facebook community group page on the show notes or the description box below the podcast episode. And we also have another Instagram page that you can follow. It's _ mommying together, that you can go on for continued support, resources, and accountability. That's the biggest thing, is that I want to provide a safe place for where you can share everything that you're going through and feel safe, free of judgment, no negativity. And so I will also be sharing, as we start the 75 Hard Challenge next week, I'm also going to be sharing the things that I'm doing on a daily basis. I know you know the rules, but maybe you just need a little boost of evidence to show you that it is possible, that you are able to do anything that you set your mind to. So I really encourage you to follow along and do this with me. If you're not up for the 75 Hard Challenge, let's do the 75 Soft Challenge together, and, cheer each other on, and just be a support partner and accountability partner. And, women together, I mean, that is like, impossible to break. So thank you for being here. Everything that I mentioned is for educational purposes only. Take what you need and leave what you don't. And as always, don't forget to rate and review the podcast. It helps to spread the word, spread the love, and spread more knowledge. And thank you for being here. Have an I'm so happy you just finished listening to that podcast. If you don't mind, after this is done, go and rate the podcast. That's the only way more people are going to be able to get reached, more knowledge is going to be spread, and more lives are going to be changed. So if you don't mind doing that favor for me, I would appreciate you. I already appreciate you for listening to this podcast. I love you so much. Thank you for being such a great person and super supportive. I cannot wait for you to listen to the next one. Till then, have a good day.